You may not believe this, but sometimes the IRS makes mistakes. Yeah, I know. You think I'm kidding. But you want to check through those transcripts and make sure that the IRS is right. Did the taxpayer prepare, if you weren't the preparer, is the return prepared correctly? Does the number on the tax return saying that the total tax is $10,000 match what the IRS says, $10,000? Or does the IRS say it's $20,000 for tax? Your withholding, do they agree with the amount of withholding that you have on the return? I know there's a new procedure out there where the IRS is going to explain your math errors to you in great detail. I don't know if any of you have seen the letters yet showing what the math errors are. Let us know if you have seen some of these, but they're supposed to be explained in great detail. I don't know if I'll still ever trust the IRS in that much detail to go forward. So I'm always going to check that out, and because there's only one person I really trust in the world, and until I can trust the second person, I'm going to check it with my own eyes and make sure those numbers are correct. Was there an additional assessment? Was there an audit or penalties or something? If there was an audit, did your client participate in that audit? You want to ask them these questions. If they participated in the audit, did they show up for it? Did they discuss it with the client? Did they sign the agreement to the audit? If they signed it, well, then there's really not much you can do. If they didn't sign it, is there any facts that the client, the taxpayer, can think of that were not considered during the audit and you have room for an audit reconsideration? You have the right to have the IRS relook at any audit. You can reopen it at any time. Were all the payments withholding accounted for? I just went through with one of our members where her client was saying, my client's telling me that the IRS did not had a list of 500 payments made to the IRS. And I showed her how to get the list to the client and say, client, you figure out which ones are missing. Because, the client was trying to dump the responsibility on the accountant. But the accountant charges $500 an hour to look at this. And she would happily do this for the client, but let's throw it back on the taxpayer's lap so they spend a few hours doing it, unless they want to pay the $500, because the client couldn't really afford to pay the accountant. And then are the CSEDs and ASEDs correct? Don't forget, the IRS admits that they are wrong 12% of the time on all CSEDs. We want to make sure that we agree with what they think the CSED is.